Kelly here from Woodland Valley State Campground. And when you cross over the bridge, you can see that you can head up to Slide Mountain, Cornell, Wittenberg. This campground is located outside of Phoenicia, New York. And it is a beautiful spot for family camping, hanging out, and hiking. So let's take a little bit of a walk. The water's flowing nicely now because all of the snow is melting. Look at how beautiful. A little quieter now, getting a little further away from the water. There's, I don't know, around 74, if I recall, campsites at this campground. A couple of hours from New York City. You can reserve spots here on reserveamerica.com. The best thing is you can get a streamside site. Those get taken a lot quicker. Any spot is a great spot. It caters a lot to hikers and small tents. Not a lot of the sites are for the larger RVs, so you'd have to check out that on Reserve America or probably on the DEC New York website. There's a lot of cleanup that needs to be done to the campground because it is not open yet. That's 47. That number is down. That must be 46. There used to be a 45 right on the water, but they did away with that. Maybe it got flooded out. That is 44. That is a nice site right on the water. Some people come up here just for the trail hiking. And across the road, you can see a sign in the distance. There is a parking lot, small day use fee. If you just want to hike up Slide, Cornell, one of the other mountains. A lot of the kids like to just ride their bikes around the campground. And I believe it was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps. I was very lucky to come here in the late 50s, camping as a child of what is now site number 16. The sites are fairly close together, but that's the way it was old style. I guess when the campground was first built, people liked to be closer together, I would imagine. Water spigots every now and then. And there's a bathroom. Nothing fancy, but there is a shower building for showers, of course. It is a beautiful spot. There's a little day use across the street by the parking lot with some grills. Phoenicia is, oh gosh, maybe 5 miles away. I don't remember. I've been up and down this road so many times. And there's shops in Phoenicia. Bellear Mountain is maybe about 15, 16 miles away. That is a great place also to go hiking in the summer, have picnics, hang out, and of course in the winter, skiing and snowboarding. Yeah, thanks for taking this walk with me. This campground holds special memories for me because as a child growing up in Brooklyn, in a tenement building, we used to come here in the summers. And that was great excitement for a kid living in a walk-up. And I had freedom to roam around the campground. It's a larger site that could probably accommodate an RV over there. That is site number 31. That's site 30, 32. Those are all on the stream side, 30, 32. This one's kind of nice because it is a little bit off the campground road. 28. That is near to the recycle building for trash and recyclables. And we are coming to the shower building. Another water spigot. This one looks fairly private, but they were trying to restore it. I guess it's a heavy use one. And the number is down. But it is across from 27 and across from the recycle building. I should know the numbers because I lived here long enough. That's 24. Shower building was built in 1993 and they keep it very clean. When I was caretaker here, we had a nature center and different programs that we basically did with our own time and money. And that was very fun to educate the kids from the city. Wheelchair accessible. And soon we are coming to the caretaker's cabin where I lived with my kids a few summers. Caretaker's job is not as easy as people may think. People would often say, oh, you're so lucky to live here in the campground. Yes, I was happy to live here because my kids got to meet people from all walks of life and roam freely in the stream and mud and dirt and hiking. But even though it's really an 8-hour job, it is 24/7 when you are a caretaker. People knock on your door all hours of the night. And being that they have the parking lot down below and people go hiking, slide in Cornell and Wittenberg, quite often people would call me looking for their loved ones. And their calls would come anytime, day or night. So there is the caretaker cabin. It is simple, but a beautiful place. It is all boarded up right now. "20 is a nice site, set back a little bit. But my favorite is 16. That is the basketball hoop that I brought when I lived here with my kids and left to donate. These barrels must be for hikers and bikers that do not have a place to store their food because they cannot put it in the trunk of the car, and so they would put it in those barrels so as not to attract bears into the campground. There is a strict policy of not keeping your food out, and that is protect the wildlife and also the people that are visiting the home of the animals. This is their home. Map. Oh, see a bird's nest up there. Another bathroom, handicap accessible, but very basic. There's a loop down around that end. That building was a toilet years ago, but it's closed down probably because of the proximity of the stream. And across the road there are additional campsites. But I would like to walk you down to Site 16, which is where I spent many happy days of my youth with my family, with my mom and dad, brothers and sister. And here we go. You can hear the stream again, so I will raise my voice. There's a lot of work they need to do before they open. There's some scat. I don't know, maybe it's from a deer. I love this site. When I was a child, they had garbage cans all around, and the raccoons used to get into the cans all the time. So here we are coming onto Site 16, my favorite site, lots of happy memories. And I'll leave you with that. Yeah, I would look into coming and camping here one day, Woodland Valley. See ya.